Hello, my starlings! Hello, everyone! How are y'all doing today? Ah! I fell asleep a little too late after piano stream last night. I'm kinda tired. Hi, everyone! Hello. So, yes, today we're gonna be going over the last few submissions that we couldn't get through last time. So yes, I believe we have just 8 submissions. So I'm really gonna try and take my time with them, and try and go in depth because I should make it up to them because I didn't get to do it last time. So yes, here we are. Also, I don't know if y'all have noticed by now, but I'm sure if you look at this week's schedule. Okay, first of all, I should I should clarify something. The Roses and Ribbons premiere is Thursday night, not Friday night. I was going to make an updated version, I completely forgot. But yes, it's Thursday night, not Friday night. Which means I might do like a gorilla stream on Friday, cause I in my head I'm just like, okay, it comes out on the 24th. It's a Friday release. Yeah, okay, that means the premiere is on Friday. No, that just means it comes out on midnight at Friday. So yeah, I got the time wrong. Technically it's right in my time zone, but yeah. Anyways, so with that out of the way, I also wanted to talk about, so I'm sure anyone who's like looked at my schedule long enough, they probably can see that, you know, I've only been scheduling music related streams, and I want to get into that real quick. So yeah, so I think I don't know around when it was I realized, but I kind of felt pressured to play lots of different games on stream, you know, because that's what all the other VTubers do, right? All the girls on Hololive, all my friends as well, they play random games. They're all variety streamers, but deep down in my heart, I'm a music production streamer. So I'm trying to test it out and try and keep my streams music related. So yeah, that's what I'm doing this week and probably next week and the entire month of July. So I'm just gonna try it out, and yes, really sorry to everyone that was like looking forward to the games. The few of you that were looking forward to the games, yeah, I'm gonna be focusing on music for the time being. So yeah. Just thought I'd clear that up. And yeah, I guess we'll go right into it. Let me just change some audio settings real quick. And we should be good to go. Boom. I think, okay, let's hustle with this. I think that's okay, maybe a bit louder. Yeah, we'll do it like that for now. Okay, so starting where we left off on, our first submission of the day is from DM8. I guess it was also the last submission of last time. So yes, I will do a proper review of this. So yeah, let's give it a listen, shall we? Yeah, I remember talking about the chord progression on this one. It is a little plain. I do like how everything is voiced though. It's like pretty easy to follow in terms of the voicings. And yeah, the big thing for me here was the side chain in this build-up. As well as in the drop, right? Yeah. So I'm getting like this is supposed to be like a super huge drop, you know, festival house, main stage ultra. But yeah, that sidechain is really taking away from it because it's a lot of empty space between the kick and where everything else comes up. So I think that's the main thing I want to see changed in this song is the sidechain. I forgot about that. That and just like the drum samples in general, I feel like they could hit a little bit harder and just carry some more release. I think that would help fill in the sidechain as well. Very cool transitions though, overall. Yeah, this part is actually really cool. I do think, okay, now I'm noticing something for the first time. It's there's some kind of like lead thing, like in the background. I think that could be brought out a little bit more and also have less attack. I feel like it's kind of keeping it sluggish and maybe like kind of bringing it like back, which kind of is good for like a section like this, but it's kind of sluggish in terms of the beat here. So yeah, I think less attack time on that one, or maybe just switch out the sound entirely. But I do like that what it adds in this section. Nice little sub melody. Yeah, I think maybe something like a pluck might be a little crisper here. Yeah, so main takeaways: sidechain, drums, and that lead in the breakdown. I think also maybe in the build up the sidechain just might be a little bit too much cause there's nothing hitting at all here compared to the drop. There's at least the kick and the snare that's hitting on the sidechains. I don't know what you're using to sidechain, but maybe you can adjust like the dry wet of it. On the parts where there actually isn't drums. And then like a proper outro might be good. Maybe switch this out for a piano, just to kind of create bookends. Or I guess it started off with that sound. I thought it started off with piano, but that's my memory fooling me though. And I believe last time I said it really needs vocals. But whether it's vocals or something that's just like a lead that's like carries like a strong melodic line, I think it could really use something like that. But vocals, I think, would be the best bet here. So yeah, once again, great work to DM8. Thank you so much for your submission. I hope this helped. And yeah, I guess that's it. Also, I noticed something. Or I just realized that I don't know if you can see it, but I added a Z-axis to my tracking, and I can like zoom in and zoom out just by like moving my face. But okay, anyways. That's not important. Okay. Next up, we have Electro by K. There's a comment. Pretty new to producing, so I still have a lot to learn. This is one of my first finished songs. Noted. We'll keep that in mind. Alright, let's go. Oh, for this track, I had a 2-week class deadline. Oh, okay. Meant to have vocals. Alrighty. Noted. That doesn't mean I'm not gonna roast you though. Just kidding. Oh yeah. Those FL stock drums, baby. Okay, so I know you said you're new to producing. So here's just sort of one thing I really like to strongly suggest to beginners is just use lots of effects, or not lots, but like try and use effects everywhere you can. So I would maybe try and I think if I were to look at one of my songs, I don't think there's a section, like any 8-bar section, that doesn't have a riser or a downlifter or like a crash, any like sort of transitional element like that, because I'm not really seeing anything like that here. I know you're on a time constraint, but it's a very essential track. It'll help your track not feel like 3 different sections that are glued together, but rather one cohesive and like final product. So yeah, it can also make it sound super professional as well. Like filters, transitional stuff like risers, downlifters, crashes, reverse crashes, just stuff of that sort. Also try and avoid the FL stock drums if you can. I'm really getting what you mean by was meant to have vocals. Oh, there's a sample. Oh, really? It sounds like the FL default snare. Actually, no. Now that I'm listening to it, it's not. But yeah, I do think the drums could be a little bit refreshed. And yeah, sidechain really carries the genre on something like this. Even if it's as simple as like a volume automation, which is what I do for sidechain, I think it's really essential to have that in this genre. Progressive house. Okay, so one thing I noticed in the like progressive house section, I don't know if that was supposed to be a drop or not, but there's no sort of progression happening. So again, this ties back into like the transition stuff, risers, downlifters, whatnot. So one thing that's like very essential in like house sections like this is having some sort of cutoff automation, or just like even like a low pass filter automation, just stuff like that changes the sound of the synths. So yeah, could definitely use that. Also the section at the end right here. Yeah, so that's a very, very long pause without anything happening. So silence is very, very good. And I think a lot of people don't use it enough in terms of music production. But too much is too much, right? You want to like use it to your advantage, not to like lose interest. Because silence is the absence of sound. And yeah. So you want to try and kind of keep that concise. Honestly, you don't even need. If you did want that like cut off effect, then maybe I would go for like 4 bar. I mean 4 beats or like 2 beats, but nothing over a bar, I think. And just know that any extra stuff that you tack on to an end of a section, it's really gonna break the flow of the listener. So like keeping everything 8 bars nice and neat, that's ideal. But then when you break that, you really have to make it count. So yeah. Okay, so this build up, what I'm getting here. So I think this might be something a lot of people kind of don't pay too much attention to, but you can have the craziest drop ever, but if you have a build up that doesn't like get there, you know, that doesn't quite get there, it just feels like, yeah, it makes the drop like hit less harder, if you know what I'm talking about. Cause the the whole point of there being a build up is to go from 0 to like 99, and then you're supposed to go back to 0 for like 1 beat. That way you can get that like really big contrast when the drop hits. But yeah, this build up I think just needed a bit more, again, risers. The snares could build up more. And just everything needs to get faster. It's the hive. It's got a build up hive. And I would say it's honestly almost like more important that than the drop to be hype for the build up. Cause if you think about it, there's it like for example, Big Room House. Big Room House songs, let me tell you something. They have the craziest build-ups ever. Like they go so hard on the build-up. Tons of effects, like super crazy build-up. And then the drop is literally nothing, but it works because the build-up is so good. So yeah. And then I'm assuming this is just the same as before. So yeah. Probably could use sidechain. I think no matter what kind of constraint you're on, that it's a really, really defining element of just EDM as a whole. So I think it's very, very important that you try and incorporate that. And yeah, I think you have some good ideas here. But again, the lack of the vocal or just like a main melody, kind of like the last song, can make a song feel very boring. So yeah, if you can't find a vocal, I'll try your best to write a lead melody or something like that. So yeah. Needs sidechain, needs melody, and yeah. I should mention that the three important parts of music once again is melody, harmony, and rhythm. So yeah, harmony and rhythm, but again, lacking in the melody department. But really good ideas here. I like what you did here. big chords. Yeah. So yeah, not bad at all. And thank you so much for your submission. Thank you. Keep at it. Alright, next up we have Loading by Retro 2. Alright, let's give this a listen, shall we? Oh, I forgot we raised the volume of the last one. Okay, first of all, let's talk about the piano. It's not bad, right? It's got a good like melody and groove to it. But you gotta pick up different sounds, y'all. Yeah, it feels a little bit cheap. I would suggest investing into a new piano VST. Okay, so a couple things here. There's the sidechain is funky, right? So the thing about sidechain is you always want it to be the perfect complement to your kick. It's not just there to, you know, like be there. It's there to make your kick sound punchier. So the whole point of it is ducking everything down. It's like instead of making like getting on your tippy toes to ride the roller coasters, it's like you lowering the height requirement. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a backdoor way of compression. So you're basically bringing down everything else to make one thing seem louder when it's actually not. So yeah. Oh, and what is it? I want to say something else. Right, the synth sound in here, it's not really following like a melody. But it's in the mix as if it should be a melody, so we should try and make it either further in the background or like give it more of like a melodic line, because it's kind of just a riff, isn't it, if you think about it. Hey DMA, yeah, we just went over your song again. If you want to rewind, it's not too far back, so yeah. Also the VOD will be saved too, so yeah, you'll have to check it later unless you want to rewind right now. Nice timing. Miss Synthion means something different by roasting. Yes, I do. I'm just offering constructive feedback. No real roasting to be had here. I'm just kidding. This sleep sucks. Okay. That was a joke. So yeah. If it's gonna be in the if it's gonna be a riff, it should be further in the background, just not like a main element like it seems like right here. But if it is going to be a main element, you should give it more of a melodic line. Really make it sing instead of just playing the same 4 notes again and again. So yeah. Yeah, so the big thing I'm getting is just the whole track is pretty dry. It needs some sort of reverb, just something to like give it some breathing room and just like liven it up, not get everything sounding so harsh and whatnot. I will say I do really like the details in the percussion though, the panning and whatnot. It's all very intricate, so yeah, good job with that. So I'm getting the melody here, right? So I think something like this would have worked better in the main body of the track. Yeah, it's just missing that like melodic aspect to it. And yeah, what else do I want to say? Oh yeah. The voicing on these chords. So it kind of feels a little bit crowded on the left hand. And I'm gonna get really specific on this because I do play piano myself. So yeah, I think just try and space out your left hand, aka like your lower notes. I try to at least keep like a fifth, but it seems like there's like a fourth here, making kind of sound a little crowded. Yeah, try and keep your voicings wider. It usually ends up sounding better. Of course, like closer voicings are used in certain cases, but generally, I think with the vibe you're trying to go for here, maybe like wider open voicings is better. Also, yeah, I guess quantizing isn't like too big a problem, but it does sound like the whole piano's getting smashed every downbeat. So, yeah, try and mess with the different velocities. I know I can hear the velocity being changed, but try and differentiate, between the right hand, like even within the same chord, you can have different voicings. If you press like the third note stronger than the first and fifth note, like that can really shape how a chord sounds, and it also won't make it sound like it's just like hammered on, like artificial. So yeah, I think you can take those points. But this is a pretty cool beat. I really like the percussion again. Very intricate. And yeah, I think that's about it for this one. I said I would take more time, but these songs are shorter, so I'm kind of just breezing through them. Alrighty, next up we have Advertise. I don't know how to pronounce it, but this was submitted by RN. Alrighty. So let's give this a listen, shall we? Oh, volume warning on this one? Okay. Noted. I don't know if I can give my best feedback for something like this, but let's give it a shot. Okay. Um, so I'll just be straight up with you. I don't really listen to this type of music and I don't really enjoy it that much. Um, I guess what I will say is, I think the songs in this style of genre, I'm trying to be very careful with my words. I don't want to be harsh because I don't like the genre, but um yeah, the songs I do listen to in this type of genre, which aren't much, they have a strong sort of focus on the melodic aspect to it, and in this one, there's definitely chords there. The intro is really pretty, but I think in this section, like if you're putting chords in there at all, like they're kind of varied. So either I would say just don't put them in at all and just go full aggro, or try and bring out those chords more. Yeah, okay. So I think I'm getting something here. So I think it's the panning. I think the panning can really help. So with something as dense and like just full of stuff here, um you're kind of limited on the frequency spectrum in terms of where there's like open space for like um a melody and whatnot, like synths, chords, anything that's not one of those like crazy kicks. So I think what you can do is try and play around with the stereo space a little bit and try and pan stuff more stereo so you can actually hear them. Um, and then try and make this more mono. I think it is pretty mono in general. Or either space this out and then try and put more stuff in the middle. Also, I will say it kind of goes up and down on the dynamics a lot, which is good, right? But I think it might be, I don't know, it is kind of jarring for the for the drop to be so loud and then everything else is quiet. So I really like that like Camellia-esque like bell, like distorted bell thing that you have going on. Again, it does sound a bit dry though. I know because it's a plug and there's release time, it like kind of gives the illusion that like it's wet and doesn't feel that dry. But trust me, a little bit of reverb and just like a touch of delay goes a long way. So we talked about frequency spectrum earlier. I think I would like to see that stuff sort of applied in the breaks where it's not super loud all the time as well. Cause right here, if you notice, there's just like a very low ominous pad, the bass or like kind of filtered re-space or something like that, and then it's the bell melody is kind of carrying everything. So I think I'd like to see something more in like the high mids, mid range, to just kind of fill up that space. Cause it seems like the bells are a bit lonely. Yeah, something like that lead actually. Wait, is it just me or does the song feel like pretty mono? Like, just like in general. Maybe it's the mastering, but I don't know. It feels very like cramped. So yeah, I think that stereo thing can definitely help. Okay, so very interesting track. We haven't had a track like this before, so thank you for being unique in your submission. I will say that all the tempo changes, they actually kind of keep things interesting. If I'm gonna be honest, because it is kind of just like the same like C minor, right? C minor? Yeah, C minor for the whole like duration. So yeah, it kind of keeps things interesting. Um, and just the way the lead or like bell thing plays around with the different like scales and whatnot. I think that's also really cool. But yeah, this is a bit too much for me. I'm sorry I can't give you proper feedback on this, but I think big thing is pay attention to your stereo. Try and bring out those melodic elements more. And I think stereo will just help with that in general. But yes, thank you for your submission. Thank you, RN. Very, very interesting track you've got here. Alright, thank you. Alright. Next up we have I Own the. What do you own? By Axamis. So yeah, let's give this a listen. Worst track I've ever made, very beginner. Half complete, planning to make it 4 minutes long. Okay, understood. Very different than the last track, I'll tell you that. Really cool voicings on these piano notes. Yeah, again, it's missing that melodic element, right? There should be some kind of melody to sing along to, lyrics, vocals, just to kind of carry it. But it's got definitely got a really good vibe. It definitely feels like one of those like cool summer mornings. That's the vibe I'm getting. But yeah. I wasn't expecting those chords. Okay, okay, okay. I see you. So okay, this is what I think. I think if you're gonna go all out with the LFO thing, you shouldn't have the crowd noise in there, and you shouldn't have whatever background like piano thing in there. Unless the LFO isn't playing. So I want you to kind of direct all the focus on the LFO. Again, go big or go home with this kind of stuff. Be bold about it and just really give. This is like a really cool thing you're trying to do here at the LFO. So I would really try and give it the spotlight here. And Obviously, if you think there's not enough stuff going on, you can add some like reverb, or you can keep that like ARP in the background. But yeah, I think just have like directing all your focus towards this might be good. Okay, I do think this chord voicing is a bit. Hold on. Yeah, I think you're missing the A sharp here. Or if you do have the A sharp, I think it's clashing with the B. Okay, so I think this drop is really cool and ambitious, right? So again, the LFO thing, I think you should try and maybe no lead there. I don't know. Cause I don't know, I kinda just would prefer if it were like the main thing here. And then you can have the lead kick in when the like main section starts, you know? I think that would be really cool. And also we gotta talk about that snare. It's pretty buried in the mix. I think you could go for like a louder snare. Honestly, I feel like I'm just like a broken record. I'm just like bring your drums up, bring your drums up. You'd like to add it somewhere else? Yeah. So I think you can bring the lead in here. So the first section is just like a kind of like like a preview to the drop, or I don't even know what to call it. It's not a pre-drop because that's something else. I think it's just like a section before the actual thing kicks in. Actually, I have a good example. I hope you can't see my like SoundCloud search history. That might be embarrassing. Hold on, I'm gonna I'm gonna cover it for a sec. Okay, so I don't know how many of you know this song, but it kind of gives me the same like vibes in terms of structure. So it like builds up right here. Fake drop, yeah, that's a better word for it. You think the snare's a little too short? I think the snare's not necessarily too short. I think it's too chonky, right? Future bass, you want something super bright and super like clicky and just like tight. But I think this is just like too chonky, like an electro snare or something like that. It's not a fake out because it's like a fake out. It lasts for like maybe like 2 bars and then it actually goes back into the real thing. Maybe it's a long fake out, but I don't know. Maybe you could cut down on it like a little bit. Maybe try and half that thing. But I think it does sound good how you have it right now. Yeah. If we go back to the P-Light song, it kind of drops like that too. But it kind of does that for the whole drop, so maybe it's a bad comparison. But anyways, I think they're definitely headed in the right direction for this. Let's take a listen to the rest of the track. Very gentle pluck right here. I like that. Yeah, so, okay, right here, it kind of seems like the piano and plug are trying to, like, converse with each other almost. But I think because they work so well together, I think you can have them playing at the same time. I would like to see them played for, like, longer. Like, not too much empty space, because that's what I'm getting here, is there's a lot of empty space in terms of the melody. Yeah, there's a lot of time where you just spend like waiting for the next note. So yeah, you always want to keep things interesting. Try and not mellow out too much. I know this is the breakdown after the drop. Some sort of percussion can actually help keep sections like this grounded where there's like long breaks and it's hard to distinguish the tempo. I think the delay here really helps with that, but some sort of percussion would help even more. And I think there's sort of the same issue here, where you're just kind of waiting for the next note to happen. So again, the whole thing with melody, harmony, and rhythm, try and have your melody playing for as much as you can, but not too much, right? Just enough. Yeah, don't be too sparse with it. I think that's a good word, sparse. I do like the little like subtle like gated acid-y thing at the end though. That's really cool. Overall, really cool track. I do think yeah, it does need a bit of a stronger melodic front over on the like intro, outro sections, or I guess breakdown sections, because you're gonna continue this. And yeah, I think you're on the right track for this. Yeah. Oh, also the snare. Almost forgot about the snare. Make sure it's more of like a future bassy snare. It is a bit chonky. Well, yeah, good work on this. Thank you so much for your submission. Thank you. I hope this was helpful. Thank you. Alright, next up we have Dream Sequence by Wherefore. Alternate title, Close Your Eyes. Hashtag W. So let's have a listen to this. Wait, why can't I? Well, I'm gonna refresh. Okay, there we go. Volume slider just in case. Cool ambient intro. I guess that's where Dream Sequence comes from. Mokuain. Very long intro. Okay. my god, this pluck is so good. Okay. So, first of all, I like what you did with the intro. I'm a big fan of establishing your setting and just kind of giving the listener a sense of like where they are. Like, so this is obviously called dream sequence. So it's like you're drifting off into a dream, or that's the thing I'm sort of getting here. I would like some more connection to the part following it. I think it sounds really cool just coming in like that, but I think if it were maybe just sort of bridged together a little bit better, and also if it didn't drag on for quite as long as it did. It was it's pretty long, isn't it? It's exactly 1 minute long. So what is that, 32 bars? No, 64 bars, right? For 128. So yeah, a bit long on the intro there. I'm just a big fan of keeping things concise. Something I do want to say about this build up though, it's super cool, right? Just having the plug there. It sounds super epic. I do think it needs some sort of thing, like maybe starting midway to kind of dictate the rhythm of it. Because I was kind of getting shifted on the rhythm, you know? I was kind of bobbing my head to the wrong beat. And then when it dropped, I was like, oh, frick, I'm on the wrong beat. And I had to like do a double nod, you know? So, to try and minimize double nods and avoid overexertion of the neck muscles, yeah, I think it would be nice if you kept something just like to kind of metronome it up. I do hear that like little like shaker sort of esque thing in the background. I think that's really cool. I think if you brought that out, that would be perfect. Very nice little break before the drop as well. Okay, before we get into the vocals. So yeah, this drop is sick, right? I especially really like the lower bass layer. It kind of has its own groove going. Dun 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 dun. It's very, very cool, and I think it gives it that little extra groove that it needed. Just one thing I would say is, yeah, so the first like initial drop sounds super cool, but then it's just that for repeating 4 times. So I do think there needs to be something happening at the midpoint right here. Maybe just like a crash, like something as simple as a crash could really do the trick here. Or some kind of sub melody too. And then maybe on this like last quarter of the A drop, you could do like a little snare roll and try and build up into the next section. Yeah, you're kind of doing that with the filter right here, and then the snare kicks in. So I think if that started a little bit before, I think it'll be perfect. Wait, you're in the chat. I just realized you're Wherefore, right? You're on your other account. Yes. I did say something about Ultra Boy vocals last time. I believe it was the stereo issue that it has. So Ultra Boy has this little bug where I don't know why, but it'll just like delete the mono signal for like a little bit and then just keep everything super stereo for like 1 second or something like that. So one thing you can do to avoid that, you can just solo the signal, like either left or right channel. I like to use Fruity Stereo Shaper and then just put something like one side to 0. I'll probably show it next production stream I do. But yeah, that usually really helps, and then I center it again and then do whatever I want with the mono signal. But yeah. These vocals are really cool, and I really love the riff of the what is that? E, F sharp, G sharp, F sharp. This one. At the very end of the like phrase. I think it really ties it all together, and it's a very strong hook. So yeah, let's continue listening. So okay, I can already sense like what I want to say here for this section. I think it needs something extra, right? Because you did the cutoff thing here. Cut off and like filtering there. So I think the second time around you could do something like a flanger or like a phaser. Just kind of add that like little extra movement to the plug. I think it would sound really cool. Something like a flanger actually would kind of fit into the genre, like the theme of the genre as well. Okay. Definitely bring out those drums. Those drums are so sick. Okay, before the second drop. I want to say, yeah, those drums are sick right there. I have a very big problem with producers writing like the sickest part, like the sickest drum loop, and like writing the sickest vocal line and then just hiding it, burying in the mix for no one to hear but themselves. So yeah, bring out those drums for everyone to hear. I think they sound really cool right here. It just needs to be a bit louder. Also, hello Kirest! Welcome to the stream, good to see you here. Oh my god, hi Yuna. Thank you, Super Chat! Yuna, oh my god. Wow, perfect timing too. I finally fixed my Super Chat alerts, so $49.99 counts as a $50 thing. Thank you, Yuna! Thank you! Also, good to see you here. How did your interview go? Super chat jump scare, yeah, exactly. Alright. Let's hear the second drop in honor of the super chat. I love that, like, delay vocal in the background. Oh my god. Oh my god, like the vocal, like persisting vocal effect in the background, it's really cool and it really ties everything together. Even when the vocal's not playing, it kind of fills in that gap and, you know, lets everyone know this is still the same song. Okay, so I know, like, okay, my brain is telling me, like, say this is repetitive, but my mind is like, or my heart is like, this is not repetitive. What are you talking about? Because in reality, it is the same ARP, like the same 4-bar, I guess 8-bar ARP, over and over again. But the thing is, it works because it's catchy, right? So if you write something catchy, then you have all the right in the world to play it as much as you want. I think, especially, what is it? Like, especially like a vocal hook. Take, for example, Sand Hollow Light. I'm pretty sure a lot of people here know this song. That song says the same 2 lines of vocals for the whole song, and the last half of the 2 lines of vocals are the exact same words. I just want to see the light. But the thing is, you can repeat something like that because it's super catchy and it's also the title of the song. So, yeah. Yeah. You have all right in the world to repeat something if it's catchy. Obviously, it's most of the time it's subjective, but honestly, what matters most is your own opinion. Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites Energy. That song, oh my god. No, 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 no. Not Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites. It's Knife Party Bonfire Effect. That song has such an iconic drop. It's played 8 times in the song. And it doesn't feel like it's played 8 times. But because it's so, like, good, you can get away with listening to it, the same drop 8 times. It's actually insane how your brain will trick you into thinking you're not just listening to the same song over and over. So, yeah. Honestly, it's why people can keep using the same freaking TikTok sounds. Like, they'll use the same one in like every video and you never get sick of it because it's such a catchy song. You know, honestly, I'm just kind of biased. I really like the song where it goes like my money don't check out you. It's super catchy, right? It's super catchy, so you can get away with playing it a bunch of times. Yeah. All right, let's listen to this outro. Okay, so one thing about the outro, I will say, I think it would be sick if you followed just like the roots of the genre and did like a 4 on the floor kick outro and cut this pattern for the ARP. where it's C sharp on the bass for the whole time, and then just kind of fade out like that. I'm just like trying to write the song for you, but yeah, I think it would be really cool if you just did a C sharp minor outro, just to kind of give a break from the crazy like melodic or harmonic content that this loop just like has ingrained into itself. So yeah, this is a really cool song. I definitely like the second drop more. I just noticed it has that extra octave as well. Now that I hear the second drop, I feel like the first drop could use like maybe the vocal effects. Reminded me of a lot of Matt, so yeah, that's kind of the vibe I got too. Yeah, this is a super cool song. Thank you so much for sending this in. Also send this to me when it's out. This is really good. Okay, yeah, thank you, Wherefore / Romeo. Thank you so much for your submission. Hope that helped at least a little bit. Yeah. Alrighty. Next up, we have Guiding Star by Sleepless featuring Zia. Alright, let's give this a listen. I don't believe I've heard this before. I know it's been out for like a year. I don't think I've heard it yet though. Okay, so I think just the initial impression I'm getting is the vocals are so pretty, right? It's Zia. I love Zia's vocals so much. But they're kind of in the background. I wish they were brought out more and they had a tiny like just a touch bit more reverb on them. And maybe some tuning could actually help too. I like I'm not knocking on Zia, right? But just the way the vocal dips sometimes can kind of mess with the harmonies of your entire track. So that's why like even the best singer requires like tuning if they're playing with a like a studio recording that has like, you know, perfect 440 hertz tuning to like everything. Well, actually I want to listen to this again. Strings are super balanced though. I really like the strings. Wow, these turnarounds are crazy though. That piano art definitely like just carries this whole thing. Like, it just like non-stop force. I love it. Yeah, like I'm kind of getting some like level stuff right here, so I would like to see the vocals be like just in the forefront a little bit more. Even though it's not like a super vocal focus song, it's like very instrumental, right? I do think the vocals could use a bit extra just push though. And maybe even just like 2 decibels, something like that. But yeah. Vocals, and then I do think the drums are a tad bit too loud. It kind of like, for lack of a better term, I don't want to be too mean, but in like this section right here where it cools down, it's still the same drums as what was used in the intense part right here. So it works perfectly in this section where it's like loud and like, or not loud, but like exciting and driving. So this section kind of okay, this might sound mean, but I'm getting YouTube drum cover vibes where the drum is like a lot louder than everything else. So yeah, not trying to be mean, I promise, but yeah, they do sound like a bit louder, so maybe I would either switch out for different drums, but if you do want to keep the vibe of the same drums, I would just, you know, do some gain staging with the drums and try and match the gain to each section that you're doing the drums in. That might actually help with the vocals, actually. Okay, wait, hold on. That caught me so off guard. Okay. Okay, no. The thing that's genius about this is... so this goes from being a... What is that? What would that be? Like... a 6/8? 6/8 beat? Dun 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 dun, or maybe like a 3/4. I don't know exactly, but it splits that up into quarter notes. So it's like dun 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 dun, which kind of like subdivides it going into the duples. And it makes everything feel a little bit natural. Obviously, it's still like going from different time signature or like different groove. So it does feel a little unnatural, threw me off guard a bit, but like it did feel a little bit natural still. 4/4 160, yeah, so exactly, it's like it's still divisible against like itself. Okay, now you've lost me, chat. Connie, you've lost me. But yeah, yeah, that's actually really cool. There's actually another song that does this. I remember when I heard it for the first time, I was like, what the heck? Like, how does this work? How did it change tempos? But, what is it? Haywire Synergy. I know Monster Cat song, yeah, whatever. But this song is crazy because it's got that like 110 groove, right? Or is it 100? I think it's 100. And then over here there's a wait. Yeah, so 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Like, do you see how the groove changes while it's keeping the same like what is it? Denominator, I guess, is a good way to put it. Same denominator, which would be like 16th notes. That's kind of what's going on here, which is really cool. I really like that. Okay, wait, okay, let's listen from the beginning up here. Okay, so some of these triplet fills are like I like what you're trying to do, kind of calling back to the previous like groove and trying to include those triplets. But I think maybe if they were dotted instead, I think they would sound a little bit better because just you've just established the new groove and then trying to go back to it kind of feels like, I don't know, maybe this is what you're going for, but it kind of feels like it's like uncommitted almost. I don't know. And then it goes back to this tempo. Which is 3/4? Something like that. Oh, you made it for a rhythm game, what the heck? Interesting. Okay, yeah, like that kind of explains why the drums are kind of in the forefront for this track. But yeah, I think as an overall just like standalone, like not having the context that's for a rhythm game, I would like to see those vocals brought out more because they are very beautiful. And just kind of, I guess more compressed. I don't know, not too compressed. Yeah, but overall, really cool track. I guess I learned something new. It's called metric modulation. Noted. Same denominator key, time signature change. Alright. Thank you for your submission though, thank you. Alright. Last but not least, right, this is last but not least, this is an ID submitted by Saber, so this is probably gonna be dubstep if I had to guess. So let's give this a listen, shall we? Hey Saber, you're on break. Roast you? Okay, I'm gonna roast you. Okay, so already a couple stuff here. So there is the melodic likeness, right? The lead, whatever you want to call that, like solid. Oh, why is my mouth like twitching? Hold on. Give me one sec. Hopefully that works. Hello. Why is it doing that? Okay, I'm gonna have to mess with the settings a little bit after stream. I did switch over my connection really recently though, so that might have to deal with a little bit. Okay, but anyways, so the lead, right? It's kind of in the background again. I would like you to bring that out more. I think that would kind of help fill the like the sort of, it has the chords, it has the groove, it just needs the melody to kind of speak out a little bit more. That and the notes of the melody too. I think so it starts off with the E minor chord. Goes E minor and then the notes in the melody are E, A, B. So the reason that I don't like the A in that melody is because it sounds very kind of ambiguous where you're going to go, or like what kind of chord it even is. And then yeah, so the that chord is called the E sus4 chord. So that chord can go either into minor or major. So you often see stuff like this. You can go like that, sort of resolution, or you can go like. So obviously the second context is what you're going for right now, but I just feel like the A sort of weakens the melody a little bit. So maybe try and go for like a. Maybe if you're including the A, try and include the G as well. But then just doing G A B is kind of boring, so I don't know. The A does feel a little bit weak though. I will say. And then the bells could also be brought out a little bit more. Okay, wait. Okay, I like this drop a lot. This is super cool. All the like textures going on here. So, I think, what this drop is lacking is just compression to kind of tie everything together. It kind of sounds like the sub is a little bit separate from the bass. So if you were to try and glue those together with some compression, maybe add some little saturation as well, I think that would really help tie the sounds all together. And then, again, in this melody here, there's a couple notes that are kind of weakening this melody. So instead of going... I think it's the C in this situation. I think the C is kind of weakening it, so... If you maybe went down to the B, or maybe the C, B... Yeah, I could go on and on about the theory, but I'll just say that for now. The C kind of weakens it without proper context. But yeah, this is overall just really cool. I like the concept of the drop. I think the drums are good. There is something I'm kind of hearing in the like stereo context of the snare though. Maybe a tiny bit distorted. Actually, no, it's fine. I don't know what I was hearing there, but yeah. Yeah, so again here, I know the chords kick in here, but I do think this section, again, melody, harmony, and rhythm. So it's lacking harmony and rhythm. Well, it's got a little bit of rhythm, but I think some sort of like hi-hat, just like something very simple, or even like a low-pass like drum to kind of help establish or like keep the beat going. And then some kind of chords, maybe it's just piano, Maybe it's just like a EP or a pad or something like that. Just something to give some sort of harmony. I also think what could help with this verse section is giving some sort of, maybe it's like a splice vocal or something, but something to kind of just fill it, because maybe it's just that the lead is too quiet, but I do think it is a pretty long section for what it's accomplishing here. So yeah, I think some sort of vocal would really help, or some kind of catchy, hooky melody would really help here. I also think for the build-up, just taking out that bass and just no bass for the build-up might give it some more contrast. Okay, so yeah, I'm really liking the style of the two drops, but you already know what I'm gonna say. It's it's the melody. It kind of feels a little weak. I feel like it's just sort of meandering around. Um, I don't necessarily know if there's like, if I can name like a specific way to improve on this melody, but it just kind of feels like it doesn't have direction. I think it's the best input I can give. But these effects are actually really cool. Honestly, melody aside, you couldn't just play the same note. And it would still be interesting here because of all the crazy effects going on. But yeah, I think the melody might be just holding this back a tiny little bit. Um, so yeah, I would really like to see some more direction happening with these melodies, kind of leading up and down towards a certain path, um, and kind of just establishing like a theme, or not a theme, but like a motif, I guess, a motif, and just kind of following that because it's kind of lacking that centerpiece, right? It's kind of like what would be a centerpiece? Whoa. I'm trying to think. It would be like having. Hmm. I can't think of an analogy right now. Something that basically just something that people are gonna remember, right? Whether it's because that's sort of the big problem that bass music actually has, is people can't like, okay, I'm gonna be proven wrong here, but it's kind of hard to remember melodies. It, cause because they kind of mostly focus on the drop. So because this is like trying to get into like the melodic color, bassy type of stuff, I think you should really try and go all in on it. And really try and sell the melody here, because I think it could sound really cool with a cool melody, catchy melody to be more specific. But yeah, let's listen to the outro. Yeah, I think some of these voicings as well. Oh, nice ending though. Also, another thing is this might be solved in like mastering stage maybe, but the quiet sections are a bit too quiet, and that makes the drop seem like a little bit too loud. Which honestly, having the drop sound loud is good, obviously, but you're kind of losing the potential, I guess, of the quiet sections. I think you can really tell in the build up right here. It goes from pretty quiet to very, very big. So yeah, I was just trying to focus on leveling everything so it stays consistent. And yeah, I guess that's about it. See you, Sleepless. Yeah. I think that's it. This was the last submission as well, so yeah. Yeah. I guess that's the end of the stream. I don't know. I expected this to take a little bit longer, but yeah, I guess we're done for now. Is there anything you want to do for like the rest of the stream? Do you want me to like start up a new stream and do something else? But anyways, I'm glad I got to go through all of them. I felt really bad last time stopping the stream early. So I'm glad I got to go through them this time. And yeah, I think I might just chill for now. Maybe I'll stream something on Discord maybe. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for the track submission roasting, the roast session. Thank you so much to everyone that submitted their track and happily got roasted by me. You're all sickos. I'm kidding. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. Hope you got some insight out of it, and also like if you don't make music, I'm sorry, this was kind of boring. But yeah, tomorrow we'll be making some more music. We're gonna be making a new song. I don't know what yet. I've been kind of just like brainstorming genres, but we'll kind of decide on the fly. I want to try and do something from scratch again. So yeah, and then once again want to mention Roses and Ribbon premiere on Thursday night, not Friday night. That was my bad on the schedule. So yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow, and then Thursday night is the release, and I don't know, so we have something on Saturday, I forgot. Oh, the breakdown, right, the breakdown. Alright, so yeah, lots of cool stuff still lined up for this week. Yeah, thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you all tomorrow. Let's make a banger, okay? Alrighty, bye everyone. Outro! Where is my outro? Oh, frick, I forgot to, I forgot we did piano stream yesterday. Alright, bye.